Ah, time. That elusive thing we're all trying to either manage, find, or, if you're like me, just desperately hold on to like it's the last slice of pizza at a family dinner. Time flows like a river, they say. Steady, unstoppable. But the real question is, are we all floating down the same river? Or did someone miss the memo and bring a kayak to a lazy river party? You see, time may be universal, but different cultures, they've all got their own wild take on it. Let's start with the Western view of time. Picture this. You're on a train, and it's not stopping until it reaches Success Station. This is what the West calls linear time, because in this culture, time is a straight shot forward. No pit stops, no detours, just a one-way trip to the future. From Aristotle to your local motivational speaker, Western culture tells you that time is money. It's a race. And if you're not sprinting toward that next milestone, well, what are you even doing? And don't forget, there's no snooze button on the progress train. And then Einstein comes along and says, hey, time isn't even real, it bends. So now, not only do you have to worry about being late to your meeting, but also whether time is secretly bending behind your back. Good luck with that one. Now let's hop over to the East, where time isn't a race. It's more like a loop. Picture yourself in a beautiful, calm cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Again and again and again. That's Hinduism and Buddhism for you. Life is like a cosmic Ferris wheel. And guess what? You're on it for multiple spins. Forget stressing over your goals. Eastern cultures, they're all about the long game. You've got multiple lives to figure things out, so no pressure. Didn't hit that big promotion in this life? No worries. There's always reincarnation. And who doesn't want a belief system that's like, hey, you can try again later? It's basically the universe's version of hitting restart on your life. Way more chill. Now, indigenous and tribal cultures, they've got a different rhythm entirely. Time isn't some separate thing that you try to control. It's tied to nature itself. Seasons, the moon, the sun, the cycles of the earth. They're not living by a clock, they're living with the world. In these cultures, the past, present, and future are all connected. No rush, no panic. You're not late. You're just on nature's schedule. The ultimate power move, not worrying about time at all. Imagine missing a meeting and saying, I'm on tree time, sorry. And if the trees aren't stressed about time, why should you be? Besides, their meetings are way cooler, held under the stars with stories about ancestors, not quarterly earnings reports. Now, if you thought time was a simple concept, leave it to quantum physicists to make your head spin. Turns out, time isn't just a straight line or a cycle. It's more like whatever it wants to be. Thanks, Einstein. Turns out the universe is just as indecisive about time as we are. Time can bend, stretch, and get weird. And if you think you're running late now, just wait until you find out about time dilation. Imagine you're speeding through space, and suddenly time is slowing down for you, while everyone else is back on Earth, aging away. Yeah, go ahead and let that sink in, while you're still figuring out if your meeting is in EST or PST. So, what did we learn today? Time's got a lot of faces. It's a river, a race, a loop, and for some lucky physicists, a big cosmic question mark. The important thing is how you choose to flow with it. Are you sprinting for the finish line, or chilling in the river, watching the seasons change? And hey, maybe next time you're stressing about time, remember, somewhere out there, someone's watching the moon and not caring about the clock at all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a few centuries to catch up on, or at least until my next meeting.